Are you trying to reduce challenging behavior? What your clients are learning during an extinction burst will probably surprise you. Hi, I'm Dr. Megan, and I guide people in growing, learning, and cultivating connection and curiosity. And today, we're going to talk about the first of 5 issues with using extinction, and that is the extinction burst. As behavior analysts, we are trained to accept the extinction burst as a normal part of implementing an extinction procedure. This is also often passed down to parents and teachers and related service providers who may be trained by behavior analysts. But we're not often taught to think about what are the actual effects of the extinction burst. Yes, the behavior gets worse before it gets better, but what is happening during that it gets worse period of time? It's not happening in a vacuum. There is a learning history being developed. And even if we can plan for it and we know that it's a thing that happens when extinction procedures are used, does that mean it's okay? Does that mean that we should just expect an extinction burst and allow it to happen? There are so many questions we need to ask when we're thinking about extinction procedures. The first, relating to the extinction burst especially, is what exactly is the client learning during an extinction burst? As I already mentioned, this isn't happening in a vacuum. When the behavior intensifies during the extinction burst, the client is going to be engaging in more dangerous, more challenging, more intense behavior at that time. That's going to have a real effect on them, both from an experience for that person and in determining future responding. We may see on graphs where there's a burst, the behavior intensifies, and then we get a drop down to 0. But we're not really getting a full picture of what that experience was like for the human who experienced that initial burst and what exactly is going to happen the next time they're in the same situation. Yes, this particular response topography may be at a lower level in the future, but what other response topographies might come up that serve the same function if we're not addressing the underlying issues as to why the behavior is there in the first place? Oftentimes, people implement extinction procedures planning for the burst, but without really setting the client up for success. If we have not put in the work to train this necessary skills to navigate the environment, to safely get needs and wants met, to access whatever reinforcers the person might be seeking, we are not benefiting our clients. We are setting them up for failure. We're teaching them how to intensify their behavior. So in this specific context, they intensify and eventually it drops off. But then in a different context, when those skills still aren't there because they haven't been taught, because people are just resorting to using extinction, blindly applying it, and watching that behavior change. But is the behavior really changing? Are they actually learning the skills to navigate the environment in the future? More times than not, they are not learning those skills. I'm sure everyone watching this has experienced extinction bursts, and I hope that you're thinking about the qualitative experience that people who are going through intensive extinction bursts are having, and how can we change that? How can we prevent these extinction bursts from happening? How can we stop relying so much on the use of extinction procedures and set our clients up for more success? Comment burst if this is you, and make sure to give me a follow so you can continue to learn more about the issues relating to extinction and the alternatives that we can use instead.